Happy Friday, friends. So much to talk to you guys about. I don't even know where to begin. It's all very exciting stuff. I'm so happy with what's going on, what I've got going on, what's coming down the pike for you all. So I thought I would say happy Friday, fill you in on some stuff, and ask you guys some questions too, because I'd love to get your input on some stuff. You guys are always so helpful with suggestions and ideas, so thank you. First of all, thanks so much for all of the support with my gauge converter tool. I personally have used it for a very long time. I've used it to design my patterns. I've used it to convert patterns. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna share it with you guys because it's a great tool. So I released it last week. Click the link in the video description if you want to watch that video or if you want to go grab the tool on Etsy. It's so valuable. I use it every day. Like for example, I am currently, this is one of my current projects. This is a top-down raglan, like quarter zip sweater I am working on in this gorgeous petite wool. And when I went to calculate back stitches that I needed for my raglan sweater, like how wide I want the sweater to be, I wanted it to hit about 20 inches for the width before I divide for the body. So all I did was plug my gauge in, the gauge one side, and then I just went down to the inches to stitches section and typed in 20 inches and boom, I think it's like 75 stitches or whatever. So I knew I needed to increase for the back until I hit about 75 stitches, even number. So I think I'm going with 76. So anyway, I've been using this tool so much, and I also use it to check shoulder depth. I can use it to figure out how long rows are. So I just plugged in how many rows I would have before I divided for the body to check my armhole depth. Armhole depth. Anyway, so thanks again for the support on the gauge converter tool. If you haven't gotten yours already, feel free to purchase it. There is a PDF that comes with the Excel spreadsheet. If you don't have Excel, don't worry. You can click on the PDF, open that up, and inside there's a link to a Google Sheet, so you can use it within Google. You'll just need to make your own copy. But anyway, grab the tool. It's totally invaluable. Like someone just asked me today, like how to convert one of my old cowl patterns to a worsted weight yarn, and I directed them to the tool, and they were able to do it within a matter of minutes. So super simple. There's my YouTube video that walks you through exactly how to use it. So feel free to grab that if you would like. Okay, let's talk about other stuff I have going on. My All the Vines caplet is in testing, and I really want to show you guys what this looks like. First of all, I have to mention this chambray denim shirt that I ordered from Quinn's is amazing. I'm always served these ads for this brand, and they basically they don't copy, but they're inspired by more expensive items found from other brands, and they offer things at lower prices because of their business model. They ship things directly. They don't have storefronts, things like that. So I bought this shirt and these joggers that I have on that I wear all the time. I'll link these for you guys in the video description. I've bought a lot of stuff from them now, and I've been super pleased. I got some leggings, I got like a tank top, and I love how everything fits, and I love the quality for the price. The price is unbeatable. So check the brand out if you haven't checked them out already. I am also wearing my big Heart Cardigan right now, getting ready for Valentine's Day. I will link this pattern for you guys if you want to grab it for Valentine's Day. I don't know how good this is gonna look with the shirt, but you can get the idea. So here it is. I really wasn't sure about this. So this is going to be available in 3 sizes, sizes 1, 2, and 3. This is size 2, and I like that it hits like right above my elbow, so I can sit and type, I can drink a cup of coffee, I can drive in my car. Someone mentioned in my last YouTube video when I was talking about it, I think in one of the comments they mentioned like shopping. It's great to shop in this, like in a mall, because you don't want to necessarily wear a big heavy coat when you're walking around shopping. So it's great to have something like this just to kind of drape down over your shoulders. I wonder how it would look if I took my collar out. I don't know, let's see. Ha, kind of cute. Kind of cute. I love these things. I wear these kind of things around the house all the time. They're great to actually knit in. It makes you feel cozy. So this is coming soon, and this has inspired me. Okay, bear with me. I'm trying to design my first circular yoke sweater. This has inspired me. However, I don't think I can knit a circular yoke sweater in this gauge because the stitch repeat is like 9 stitches. So in a larger weight yarn with bigger needles, it's like 4 inches for 9 stitches. So it's just hard to figure out how to do the sleeves and grade everything with such a big stitch differential to accommodate the stitch repeat. So I'm attempting to do it in worsted weight yarn with, this is Lion Brand Schitt's Creek. It's such a soft yarn. It is an acrylic yarn. So I've started with the yoke, and I am at the point where I am just doing short row shaping around the neckline. You guys, I'm getting fancy. I'm doing short row shaping for my circular yoke sweater. First I was like, don't do it, just make it simple. But I'm like, if I'm gonna go through the process and take this time to really figure out how to knit a circular yoke sweater, I want it to fit well on you guys, so I am doing short row shaping for the neckline. For those who aren't familiar with short row shaping for the neckline, it allows the back to sit up higher than the front so that when you wear a sweater, it kind of comes down, the collar kind of comes down to allow for your neck. So that's what short row shaping is. Okay. I also wanted to show you some other things I have going on. So this caplet is in testing right now. Should be out within a couple weeks. And guess what? Already messed up the stitch count for cast on stitches and the initial increase round. I was like, I got this, no problem. This is simple. So I messed up the stitch differential after I did the increase round. So I knit a size 2, so I went down stitches and up stitches to accommodate a size 1 and a size 3. And I already messed it up. I feel so bad for my testers when I mess up cast on stitches and like something right away. Oh, and let me tell you about my Mackenzie cardigan test knit too. First of all, I have this fixed now, we got it. I mean, thank goodness for testers. I did not have this. Sometimes I have my patterns tech edited before I send them to testers. I usually like to do that, but sometimes the timing just doesn't work out and I send the pattern out to testers while I get it tech edited, or I have it go to testers first and then send it to the tech editor. It just depends on timing and when my tech editors have availability. But so I thank Cheryl who figured out that my stitch count was off after the increase round for sizes 1 and 3. It's all been updated, so that's been fixed. Okay, my Mackenzie cardigan, the lace cardigan, let me get it. Okay, here it is. I'll try to put this on for you guys so you can see. So I sent this out to testers this week too. Shouldn't catch that, but okay. Here is the Mackenzie cardigan. I kind of like the shirt underneath all my stuff. Pretty much goes with everything. Okay, so the Mackenzie cardigan went out this week to testers. It came back from the tech editor. I made final updates and then got this out to testers this week. And my gauge, like everybody started gauge swatching and they're like, Ashley, what were you swatching with? Like my gauge is like way off. And I was like, something's got to be wrong. So, yep, looked at the pattern, and sure enough, I had my gauge off. There's a chart to gauge swatch with, and I was off by 8 stitches. So, the gauge swatch, you were supposed to cast on 23 stitches for 5 inches in width, and I had 31 stitches listed in the pattern. So again, thank goodness for testers. Thank goodness that was caught early and no one got too far. But yeah, just goes to show you, like, you gotta tech edit, you gotta test. And it's just so nice having people there to help you out and be forgiving. So that's what's been going on. So again, I've got all the Vines caplet and the Mackenzie cardigan currently being tested. This test is obviously taking longer than the caplet, so this won't come out till March. So that's in testing. Next week, I just wanted to give you an update on what's coming down the pike for testing. I am going to take testers for my Wildwood V-neck sweater vest. So this is very similar to the cardigan sweater vest. So it was the brown cardigan sweater vest. Hold up, I'll get it. This is the Wildwood sweater vest that is already published. It's a V-neck, but it's kind of like a cardigan. It has buttons, really cute. I'll link this for you guys. So I wanted to do one that's similar, that fits similar, but it's closed. You guys have been asking for a V-neck sweater vest for a very long time. So I have it, it's done. This one is constructed from the bottom up though. This one is constructed a little differently. I will have a full-length video tutorial for this. I will also have a full-length video tutorial for the All the Vines caplet. I will not have a full-length video tutorial for this. I have a video already done that talks through how to read knitting charts, and I will probably provide a video that like walks you through how to read the pattern, but it was just too complicated to try to knit the whole thing in front of the camera. And it's kind of a little bit more of an advanced pattern anyway, but if you know how to read knitting charts, really should be able to do it pretty easily. You knit one side, you knit this, it's knit flat and the pieces are knit separately. You knit the left front, the right front, the back, the sleeves are knit flat, and then everything's seamed together. So that's how this is constructed. Okay, one more pattern that's coming. I've written the draft pattern. I'm getting the sample back from my test knitter. The Open Trails sweater vest in a worsted weight yarn is coming soon. So I am going to get that tech edited next, and we will have a worsted weight version of my Open Trails sweater vest very soon. That is quickly becoming one of my most downloaded patterns. My most viewed video is my Fall Bluff video for sure. But the Open Trail sweater vest is like gaining popularity. My knitting notebook, I know I mentioned this before. And this was this knitting notebook I mentioned in one of my last like update videos. And I wanted to take it a little step further. It has been so fun seeing everybody knit the Fall Bluff sweater and make their own variations and do all sorts of different things. And so many people have knit multiple versions of it. I was like, you know what? I am going to take that pattern, put it in a notebook, and then have the ability for you to keep track of all the different kinds of raglan sweaters you knit. So whether it's the Fall Bluff sweater or a different kind of raglan sweater, I thought it would be cool to have like a knitting sweater notebook. I know there's a lot of knitting notebooks out there, but I thought it would be cool to make this specific to sweaters and raglan sweaters and provide you with a basic top-down raglan sweater pattern that you can modify, the Fall Bluff. So that will be available on Amazon. I am working to get that all formatted and figure this all out. I'm like designing it on my own, so it's been a big learning curve for me. So this will be available on Amazon hopefully in a couple weeks. So it'll be great to help you keep track of all the sweaters you've knit, and if you love the Fall Bluff, it's great to have a hard copy of that in a notebook where you can keep track of all of your different variations that you've made. A few other things I wanted to talk to you guys about. Hopefully you saw my video I published earlier this week talking about 5 different ways to make money knitting. So many of you guys have requested more information on how to grow a knitting business, what kinds of things to do. So I put together a quick video that walks you through 5 ways that you can earn some money knitting, and my experience with those 5 different ways and some insight into how much money I've made doing those different things. So be sure to check that video out if you're interested in earning some money from your hobby. It's been so fun for me turning my hobby into a business, and if I can do it, I know you guys can do it too. So my goal is to help inspire you all to turn something fun into a way to make money. So be sure to check that out. That video description is linked below as well. And along those same lines, I wanted to poll you guys. I wanted to ask your opinion. if you guys want me to run Powerfully Published again, this is my course. It's a 4-week live course where I walk you through, I hold your hand on designing, writing, editing, publishing, and marketing your own knitting pattern. So I've run this course a few times before. I don't run it all that often because it's a lot of work. I offer to review your pattern for you. I will work with you to help you get through tough things. If you have a question on how to say certain things in your pattern, I walk you through helping you how to do that. But Powerfully Published is a great way to learn how to design, write, edit, and publish your own knitting pattern. It's been so fun to run this in the past. I love seeing people get published, get their patterns out there. I do recommend for your first pattern that it be like a hat, a cowl, an accessory, not a sweater. I'm not gonna cover how to write a sweater pattern, how to grade it, things like that. It's more about holding your hand through the process and walking you through so that when you've done it once, it'll be easier for you to do it again. Or maybe you've published a pattern before and you want to take the course to learn how to do it again, learn how to improve, do it a little bit better. So let me know if you're interested in me running that again. I haven't decided. I really want to know if there's enough interest to run it. I keep it small, or if we have enough, I'll probably divide it into 2 different groups, but it's so fun to meet other people. We had people from all over the world join us last time. I run live calls once a week over Zoom for the 4 weeks, and you can ask questions. If you can't make it, you can submit questions ahead of time. I can answer them live on the Zoom. All the calls are recorded. You get access to those. You get lifetime access to the course on the online portal. So you get access to my pattern templates. There's like design worksheets, things like that. So let me know if you're interested in participating in that, and let me know if I should run that again. Again, I only run this a few times a year, so I'm thinking about doing it again. I've had a few people reach out to me asking me when I'm going to run it again. So I wanted to hear from more of you guys. I think that's everything. We have a busy weekend full of lots of hockey. The sun is shining. It's not crazy cold here in Chicago. It feels like a little bit like not the dead of winter because there is not a cloud in the sky right now. I'm looking outside. The sun is pouring in behind me. It's almost like springish sun, you know, when the sun is sitting a little bit higher in the sky and it's not dark at like 4:30 anymore. It's dark at like 5:30 now. So it's just nice to feel that the days are getting a little bit longer. That makes me really happy. But then it also kind of stresses me out because I'm like, oh, I have to get all of my big chunky winter knitting patterns out before the weather turns. So that always is a little bit stressful, but hope you guys are good. Let me know in the comments what else is going on, what else do you want to hear from me, what else I can help you guys with, and I hope you all have an amazing weekend, and I will see you in the next video.